10,260-pound, big, beautiful Wildwood Lodge landing down here at A1 RV. And this has maybe 300 miles ever towed on it since it was owned by a local person here and bought not too darn far away from us. Used it for a few years and looks like they're just done RVing. It appears they've left a bunch of stuff behind it. The good news, they did not neglect it. This is in excellent shape. So if what you're looking for is something the size of a fifth wheel, but you don't really get stoked about the fifth wheel budget and you don't plan on towing it, well then cut out all the stuff that makes it a fifth wheel except for the size, and that's where these come in. It's absolutely brilliant. I think they're smart. We got 5 of them coming down to Haylett RV just down the street. We have a hard time holding on to these things. And that tends to be especially true in the used RV market. Very often when we get these, it's like they're either used really hard or not used a lot. And this falls into the category of the former, not the latter. It has not been used a lot, but again, it was maintained, and that's a key difference. It's disappointing how often you'll see something where someone doesn't use it, but they just let it fall into a state of disrepair. That didn't happen here. So this is wide body. This is 8.5 feet tall. It's super duper tall. Wait, is this 8.5 feet? This is 8 feet tall. Yeah, pardon me. The other thing here is this is what I call a mega slide, which just insane panoramic window coverage. And all of the windows through this slide and up in the kitchen, I'll probably mention it again later, but they have these nice wooden blinds. But down here, I mean, you can see that you've got 3 seating fixtures in the slide. So even though it's only quote a 2-slide RV, it has the feeling of a much larger rig. And what's nice is since you have all of the slides over here on the driver's side of the RV, that leaves everything on the door side of the RV wide open, which is extremely handy for park type people who maybe want to do something like put a deck on their RV. Solid surface countertops over there, easy reach outlets, and you can see since it is something more designed for being parked, it has a residential refrigerator to give you that faster cooling and greater capacity. And when I opened everything up, I just sort of went like, holy cow, somebody left their pans, man. And, you know, sometimes you got to leave it all out there and you leave a little piece of yourself behind. Like that time that I tried to get my stand-up comedy career off the ground, you know, it just, it really fell apart after I was deadpanned by critics. Things just really did not pan out for me. And in the end, what ended up happening is I ended up, you know, having to panhandle at night just to, you know, make ends meet. And it just finally broke loose when they whisked me off the stage. But hey, the RV's got some good storage. How about that? And seriously, good storage it is. Now, you've also got these wooden blinds on all of the windows here in the living room, including the big windows on the super slide. And, you know, they can provide you some awesome privacy or, you know, invisibility whenever... and visibility. We're just going to roll with it. Although, I guess technically, if you're inside the RV and someone's outside the RV, then you've become invisible to them if you drop that down. So, I don't know. Maybe it works in a way I never intended. We're just going to roll with it. I wanted to take a second to close all that stuff back up so it wasn't just in our face, but also since I'm kind of a klutz, I didn't want to take the chance and like stabbing my head against the corner of a, you know, kitchen door, something like that. I love all the touches. The window treatments in here are sharp. You can see the seating, the table. The stuff just has not been worn down. It hasn't been used. There aren't scuffs. There aren't rub spots on the sofa, on the recliner. That sofa can give you some bonus sleeping space, by the way, if need be. The ceiling fan up top, keeping that air moving, and the electric space heater down there, getting the nip out of the air as need be. Those blinds imported from Venetia. Heavy on the sarcasm, obviously. I love vertical blinds, Venetian blinds. Man, I tell you what, too. You want to have a Super Bowl party, put yourself up a Jumbotron. Woo! You could. I think your only restriction is going to be how high of a TV you could put in there, because width-wise, geez, oh Pete's. Central vacuum cleaner right down here, by the way. That's an easy thing to miss if you don't know what you're looking for. It's very simple just to walk right past that. Now, the bathroom here, since again, this has that 8 6-foot ceiling, which is just something you don't tend to find outside of, destination trailers. Often called park models. Technically, a park model is a different thing. This is technically a destination trailer because it is fully self-contained. The skylight letting in so much light, it's really not helping us look inside this cabinet. There you go. I want you to see all that storage here. Easy reach, big-time linen space. And since we have a tall ceiling, you're never going to hit your head in this thing. I mean, it's dizzying how tall it is. Like, as a taller person, I'm not really used to looking straight up at things, so it almost throws me off looking straight up at that skylight in there. Very private king bedroom back here as well, and that's I believe the whole thing is true king capable. You can see, even though it's a king bed, it's built with extra space around the bed, with side stands and outlets and breeze windows and storage above and every other thing that you could ever want. And that's one of the cool things about these. In a fifth wheel, they're really often fighting for square footage, and they just don't quite have the same problem here on a destination trailer. It's a little bit easier for them to make something that's easier to get in and around. Another ceiling fan in here in case you just want to take a little daytime siesta. Although, I'll admit, at night, I've always got fans going. I've got a ceiling fan going in my house, as well as a floor fan. I like the airflow, I like the noise. It's part of the reason, a lot of people go really crazy over whisper ducted air systems. I like them, but they also don't bother me. In a sense, I'm one of the weirdos who likes something like a Montana High Country that has a whisper ducted living room and non-whisper ducted bedroom, but I get that that's not everybody's jam. That's cool. Jam, jelly, whatever. It's all toast. So that second entry door right there is required for fire code. The good news is it does deadbolt, so you can keep people out. And if we open that up, you can see there's some serious closet storage space in here. And that brings us to a total of 6 big-time dresser drawers as well, because you've got the 2 over there as well as the 2 over here, and your entertainment hookups are located just above that in the corner. And in case you're wondering if you've seen some of these little white cups, instead of just leaving chunks of Irish Spring soap everywhere, they put them in a cup, which I think accomplishes the same thing without just throwing soap all over the carpet of your RV, which I've never understood why people do, when this is just as effective and incredibly easy. And just like the inside, outside has been extremely well maintained. I see no signs of harsh weathering, peeling, flaking, fading, dings, bangs, damage, and anything else really. Good look at those big front panoramic view windows. Now the center window does open for airflow, and the slide side windows open for airflow. I want to kind of point that out for you. Now this doesn't have a bunch of things like auto leveling and power jacks, because this is the type of RV that you get it there, you set it once, and then it pretty much sits there until you're done with it. The idea being, why would you spend extra money on something like that when, you're not going to use it once it gets there? You set it up manually one time, you're done. Or frankly, we have RV delivery services. We could do it for you as long as we know what your expectations are, and then you don't have to do it a single time. As you can see, this thing's quite large. It has me right up next to the property line, and I don't feel like bushwhacking my way through some evergreens, so give you a nice little sliding shot here at the corner so you can see no dings and damage, and we'll jump to the other side. And like I was saying, inside with no slides over here on the door side, the camp side of the RV, it's extremely park friendly. If you wanted to do something like build a deck onto it, there's nothing in your way stopping you from doing that. It's also what I call like hard shell, hardcover friendly. That manual awning can very easily be removed if you are looking for more of like a permanent kind of lean-to fixture. So if you're planning on staying put, you can get yourself a very nice late model rig right here. But if you're planning on doing some moving, well, we got you covered for that too, because it doesn't matter what you're looking for, whether it's Haylett RV or A1 RV. We only do everything. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.